Once upon a time, a witch loved stories galore, and greedy as she was, she wanted more and more. When she saw that the librarian had stories of all kinds, she said, "I'll capture you, all your stories will be mine." There took place a curious chase through meadow, tree, and flower, till at last they ended up right at the witch's tower. Now poor Marian the librarian, a prisoner she'll stay, until the witch is happy and lets Marian go away.
Hi, it's good to see you. Today we have to get a spring story for Kerfumbly about something that could really happen. But you know, every time I look out my window, all I see are signs of winter. The snow is still on the ground, the lake still has ice on it, and even the trees are bare, not any leaves at all. But maybe if we looked in Kerfumbly's trunk, we could find some signs of spring. Let's take a look. Oh, here's a branch of a tree. Now, it doesn't have any leaves on it yet, but if you look closely, there are lots of tiny little buds, and inside each of those buds is a baby leaf, just waiting for warm weather. Let's see what else is here. Oh, here's one of the first signs of spring. The name of this flower is crocus. Can you say that word? Crocus. Good. When you see a crocus blooming, you know that spring is on its way. I think we need one more thing. Oh, I bet you know what this is, don't you? Right, it's a bird's nest. A robin made this nest. See how perfectly round it is? And inside is a very soft place where the eggs were. Well, let's take these signs of spring and put them in the machine and see if we get a spring story. The crocus, the robin's nest, and the tree branch with buds on it. And we'll turn the machine on. The book is called Hi, Mr. Robin, and it was written by Alvin Tresselt. Through the long, cold months of winter, the land had slept. Now the little boy was tired of ice and snow and frosty days. It was time for spring, but spring didn't come. The bare tree branches whistled in an icy wind. Snow still covered the brown fields, and the sparrows huddled in corners to keep warm. "When will spring come?" asked the little boy. "When you see crocuses blooming all over the grass," his mother told him, scattering crumbs for the winter birds. But the grass was brown, and the ground was frozen. "When will spring come?" he asked his grandfather. "Oh, when the peach tree blooms again," said the old man, and he knocked his pipe against the tree trunk. But all the boy could see were the sharp, bare branches, until high on top of the tree he spied a robin. "Hi, Mr. Robin," cried the boy. "When will spring come?" "It's here, it's here," sang the robin. Then he flew away. But that night it snowed again, and the boy woke to a white world once more. After breakfast, he saw the robin swinging on a piece of suet that hung from the peach tree. "Now, Mr. Robin, where is the spring?" he demanded. "Use your eyes! Use your eyes!" sang the bird, and he flicked his tail as he flew off to the woods. The little boy followed, and there by the brook he found the first pussy willows pushing out of their shiny brown shells. But the brook was frozen, and the snow lay on the ground. Still, spring didn't come. The days stayed cold and rainy, and everyone was out of sorts. The little boy grew more restless, and he teased the cat. His mother scolded him for tracking mud on her clean kitchen floor, and his grandfather complained about a stiff back. "Oh, sometimes I think we never will have any spring," said the little boy crossly as he put away his coat and rubbers. Only the robin seemed happy as he flew from tree to tree singing, "Wait and see! Wait and see!" After school one afternoon, the boy saw the robin picking for crumbs at the back door. "You said spring was coming," he cried. "Well, where is it?" The robin flew into the bare peach tree. "Use your ears! Use your ears!" he sang, and hopped from limb to limb to keep warm. The little boy listened and listened, and suddenly he could hear the frogs peeping their spring songs. He ran to the brook, and he heard the water gurgling under the cover of ice. "Maybe spring will come after all," he said. But he shivered in the chill wind, and the sky was gray. He ran home for hot cocoa and crackers, and his grandfather helped him fix up his kite. The boy heard the robin singing a new song. "It won't be long! It won't be long!" But the boy couldn't see the spring. "It isn't here yet," he grumbled. His mother only smiled. "It won't be long now," she said. "Look!" And there in the grass was a single crocus. "But I'm tired of waiting," he answered. "When will the lawn be covered with crocuses? I want to go fishing, and I want to play baseball, and I don't want to wear my coat anymore." "Well, it won't be long now," said his grandfather, feeling the sticky buds on the peach tree. And little by little, the day grew soft as a misty rain filled the air. The trees lost their sharp winter look. A blur of pale green and yellow spread slowly over the treetops, and the young leaves started growing. All day the boy watched the gentle falling rain. All day his mother hummed quietly to herself as she did her housework, and his grandfather read over the seed catalogs again. And the robin sat high in the peach tree and sang, "Cheer up! Cheer up! Cheer up!" Then in the soft magic night, while everyone was asleep, spring came back to the land, and the brown earth turned green. Growing roots stretched in the warm, wet soil. The sticky scales fell from the peach blossoms. The willows hung down their long green hair. And the birds returned from the south, happy meadowlarks and orioles, chattering wrens and bluebirds. Now at last the little boy went out on the first day of spring. His mother put on her new hat. His grandfather polished his shoes, and they all walked in a new green world. "Oh, that peach tree makes a pretty sight when it's all in bloom," said the old man. "And I don't know when I've seen so many crocuses," exclaimed his mother. But the little boy was too excited to keep still on such a beautiful day. He kicked up his heels and laughed as he ran down the path. Suddenly he spied his friend the robin perched among the peach blossoms. "Hi, Mr. Robin," he called. "It's spring." "I told you so! I told you so! I told you so!" sang the robin, and off he flew to join the other birds. Oh, so winter finally went away and spring came. Are you beginning to feel like the boy did, that you wish winter would be gone and that spring would come? I wonder if Kerfumbly's feeling that way too. If she is, this is a fine story for her. Let's go call her, shall we? Will you help me? And maybe if she likes this story enough, she will finally let me out of here. Don't forget to start with your left hand. Left and right and Zachary Zoo, here's a story just for you.
Help! Help! Save me!
Come back here, you...
Help!
What?
Help!
Wait, stop! Oh, what is going on?
I caught this young whippersnapper in my backyard, right by my magic tree.
I didn't know it was your tree. Honest.
Well, now you're in my magic castle, and I'm going to keep you locked up in my dungeon.
Oh, no.
Now, Kerfumbly, let's all just calm down here a minute. Now, why don't you take a look at your new story?
Oh, a new story.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you.
And you come and tell me what was going on.
Hi, Mr. Robin. At the beginning of this story, was there snow on the ground? There was. Well, were there leaves on the tree? No? Well, then what time of year was it? Oh, it was winter. Was the boy getting tired of winter? Yes, he was. What did his mother find in the backyard that was a sign that spring was coming? A flower. What happened to the tree in the spring? It grew leaves and flowers, too. And then what happened to all that ice and snow? Oh, it all melted. Could these things really happen when spring comes? Why, yes, they could. Oh, I like this story about winter turning into spring, don't you? Marion, I really do like this. Who's he?
Now, Kerfumbly, you brought him here yourself.
Oh, that's right. Say, you young whippersnapper.
No, and his name is not Whippersnapper. His name is Johnny, and he was not trying to hurt your magic tree, were you?
No, I was looking for Easter eggs. I thought the Easter Bunny might have hidden them in that tree.
Easter Bunny. What's an Easter Bunny?
You've never heard of the Easter Bunny?
Well, no. Oh, is he like a Halloween cat?
Oh, no, Kerfumbly. The Easter Bunny is, Kerfumbly, if I got you a story about the Easter Bunny, would you agree to let Jonathan go on home?
Oh, well, a story, but a story. Oh, well, yes, all right, he can go.
Oh, good. Well, now, will you look for a story about the Easter Bunny? Good. We'll be looking for one, too, and we'll meet you here next time.
Once upon a time, a witch loved stories galore, and greedy as she was, she wanted more and more. When she saw that the librarian had stories of all kinds, she said, "I'll capture you, all your stories will be mine." There took place a curious chase through meadow, tree, and flower, till at last they ended up right at the witch's tower. Now poor Marian, the librarian, a prisoner she'll stay, until the witch is happy and lets Marian go away.